LATD Nation, what is good? We are once again back in here with another video. As always, I have my partner in crime with me,
Yes, sir. This is your boy King J. How y'all doing?
man, and we're just gonna get straight to it. Today, we're gonna be looking at the details of the Party Never Ends Juice WRLD album cover, and I'm a huge Juice WRLD fan. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. It's actually in my top 10 favorite rappers all time, which we will do very soon in honor of our 100th subscriber. You know, a little bit of a special we got for y'all on the way our top 10 favorite rappers, but that's besides the point. Juice WRLD is an artist that a lot of people my age, our age generation,
Yep.
really hold in very high regard. You know, he's an artist that a lot of people look very fondly upon. You know, him passing away in 2019 as suddenly as he did was a huge loss for not just rap, but just music in general.
Facts.
And yeah, he's had a few posthumous albums since then. Legends Never Die, one of my favorite albums of this decade, came out in 2020, so very shortly after his death. In my opinion, there's not really a miss on that album. I think it was a very, very good way to sort of, I guess, celebrate his legacy and his potential and everything that he had to offer as an artist. It was a very concise and very put together project. And then Fighting Demons came out about a year and a half later in December 2021.
Right.
And I remember this because I was at Coastal at the time, you know.
Sean Sub.
Yes, sir. This was my senior year, and I remember, you know, first hearing that a new album was coming out, and I was, of course, excited. You know, one of my favorite artists. And to be real with you, Fighting Demons is a project I never listened to in its entirety like that.
Same.
Like I did Legend Never Die and the previous albums before that. But there are definitely some songs on there that I go back to. Already, you know, Unalived is one. YouTube, of course.
Yeah.
Sometimes Wandered to LA. Cigarettes. Like, there are a lot of songs on that project I mess with heavy. Oh yeah, Wouldn't Understand too. That's a classic. That well, not a classic, but it's an underrated song. Very underrated song. But yeah, ever since then, music for Juice has been kind of up in the air as far as the next project. You know, there's been whisperings for a long time of a project called The Party Never Ends, which was, of course, taken from his legendary feature on Astroworld, No Bystanders.
Right. Yep.
And so,
The party never. Okay, that's where that. Okay.
yes, sir. And yeah, you know, after all this time, after a nearly 3-year wait, we're finally about to get this new project on the 29th. But man, I gotta be honest, this cover art right here just is not it. And you go ahead. I'm yapping enough.
Like, I'm gonna be real. Just looking at the cover art itself, like, first of all, my experience with Juice WRLD, I always loved Lucid Dreams, so I figured I'd you know, try his other discography. Death Race for Love is easily my favorite Juice WRLD album because I love Hear Me Calling, and Empty. Really, I listen to Juice WRLD whenever I'm like kind of feeling sad, just so I can be sadder. But the thing is about his music though, like, all jokes aside, like, I like how it just has melody, it has, you know, heart to it. They're very catchy. Like, I'll always be singing, like, sometimes, as lately my demons, they bother me as I'm sitting there sleeping on top of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his freestyle game was unmatched.
And that's another thing. Juice WRLD was actually a really, really good rapper. Like, freestyling and all over the place, like on Funk Flex when he did the Eminem medley.
Yeah,
Like,
when he rapped over Eminem beats for an hour.
yeah, exactly.
And flowed over it perfect. The Way I Am is my favorite Eminem song, and the way he flowed over that beat, perfect.
Oh yeah, same thing with the Real Slim Shady, like that. Like, I'm flawless. Like, I don't. There's nothing else I can say about that. But really, he also did a song with Cordae that really
Doomsday.
Doomsday. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name. He really showcased how good of a rapper he actually is. So he was really multi-talented, and oh my gosh, and he was a phenomenal artist. And it's a shame the way that he passed away. That he passed away.
Yeah, it's a shame that he never really got a chance to showcase his full potential to the world. because I truly do believe that if he was alive today, he would be one of, if not the biggest rappers in the world.
Right, exactly.
I think he would have at least been on Travis level for real.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would have loved to go to a Juice World concert, but anyway, back to the task in hand. The Party Never Ends album cover. Yeah, it's not good.
Now,
like it'll be on the screen when y'all watch this, but to be honest, man, like it's pretty fucking pitiful. If I'm being honest, like I'm sorry, I excuse my French, but that's pretty pitiful and disrespectful, man. Like the art behind it, like I'm looking at it right now on my phone, but y'all can see that. But the art behind it doesn't look bad. But Juice WRLD, the way they made Juice looks is pretty. It's deplorable.
I don't know if they were trying to channel like Murakami, because it almost gives me like Graduation vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it just is piss poor. Like I looked at this because earlier today, NFR podcast, shout out to them, big influences on the channel. I follow them on Instagram and they posted this, and at first I'm like, man, this is a joke, because they deleted it shortly thereafter. So I'm like, this probably ain't even a real cover. This is like some artwork that
fan
just
art.
was, whatever the case may be. But then, when I was getting ready to get my retwist today, shout out Bonnie, of course, got me right, of course, you feel me? But yeah, I look and I'm like, I see it on Instagram again. I'm like, wait, this is real. This is the actual cover?
Right. And the thing is, Rod was telling me about this earlier, like before we shot this video, and I'm thinking The Party Never Ends is like, it has like the loose, like his first album, the car and him driving, like this one right here.
Goodbye, Good Riddance.
Yeah. I thought it was this one right here.
Okay, yeah, I got you. So you got Goodbye.
It'll be on the screen.
And to be real with you, I feel like he always has some really, really good cover art, because Goodbye and Good Riddance is arguably a classic cover art. You could argue the same thing with Death Race for Love, and definitely Legend Never Dies, a legendary album cover.
And truth be told, I thought Wrld on Drugs was the album cover.
Yeah.
I thought that would
have been a better cover, to be real with you.
But I thought that would have been even more disrespectful. But
yeah, low key it would have. When I was about to say, like, it would be disrespectful.
That's why
considering how he. Yeah,
exactly. That's why I was so. But when I saw this, I'm like, this is very much, like you said, piss poor. It is deplorable. It's disrespectful. This, like, I can't.
It frustrates me because it's like Juice WRLD fans have become very toxic over the years, which, I mean, I get it to a degree, but, they always hate on Bibby, who signed Juice, and they kind of always throw dirt on his name. But it's like, when you out doing stuff like this right here is why people be hate. Because why would you pick, out of all the pictures and videos and moments of Juice's very short career that you could use, you go with this? Why?
Right, exactly.
There's so many different images of Juice that would have been a fit, and this is the last album ever.
Right. Like,
so this is the finale, basically.
Like, and you go out like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you can't do no better than that.
And the funny thing is like the outfit that he's wearing on the cover, I actually do know like what that's based on. That's based on like the No Jumper interview that he did in 2018 with Adam 22 or Adam 16 as the internet likes to call him. That's a whole different situation. I'll explain it to you off screen, but yeah.
Does it have? You know what? Let's keep going. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no. So I know where that cover art idea comes from, and for me, it almost begs the question: why not just use the actual picture, anything that we saw of him that day? Because that same day he went and he recorded in the studio with Trippie Redd, and Adam was there too.
Right.
So there's so much, and he recorded an actual like song that's come to be iconic within the Juice WRLD community. Matt Hardy 999.
Okay.
And so it's just kind of like you already have the makings of something that was legendary anyways. Why not just go ahead and just use that? You already used it for, like, you used the graduation.
Right.
Like, you used the graduation video, what he was wearing in that as the basis for your cover for Legends Never Die.
Right.
So why not just do the same thing? I just don't know what they were thinking.
I feel like if they wanted to make it more artistic, maybe change his face to the graduation bear.
I feel like they would have said that was biting though.
Yeah, maybe, but it's better than what they got.
That is true. And
like this,
he was a Ye fan. He was like Ye. He said that 808s was his favorite album, which I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. Why 808s would be his favorite album? That's his biggest inspiration because I mean, you really see that 100% with all of his music. So it's just like, why?
Yeah.
What are we doing, man? The mute now. Granted, this is no bearing on the music because they did drop a song called "Insecurities" or "All Girls Are the Same" Part 2. And people seem to really like that. It's got Nicki on it. And I wasn't mad at it for the most part. But I just hope that this album, they've got some like legendary Juice WRLD songs that, you know, never saw the light of day. Songs that people have been asking for years. Songs like Rental, 24 Hours. Songs like, me personally, Rockstar Status. You need to listen to that by Juice. Rockstar Status, fire song.
Bet.
Because Burn on Fighting Demons, that's actually one of the songs that I most wanted to be released. Because I remember hearing that song on YouTube in the summer of 2020. And then it ended up officially releasing. So Rockstar in his prime was another example of that.
Okay.
So they've released songs that have been requested. So hopefully they got some of them songs and they're doing these songs justice so we can overlook this trash ass art. Because, man, if the music is made and you did this.
Yeah, no, Juice WRLD fans, you think they toxic now. They about to turn nuclear.
Literally.
Like, I don't blame them if they mad when they mad for this. I don't blame them.
Yeah, because I don't care for it.
Whoever did this deserves all the backlash. Okay. No, okay, I won't go to that extreme, but come on, man. You know you know better than that.
That's what
I'm saying. Better than that.
How did this make it? That's my whole thing. How did this make it past testing? Like, who thought this was a good pick? Like, this was a good artwork.
I don't know. I ain't got nothing else really to say about this. This is awful.
I really don't. But album review is definitely on the way, 100%. Like I said, this is an artist that's meant a lot to me for over half a decade now. So I'm gonna definitely tune in. How are we getting new Juice WRLD music in 2024 before we get new Playboi Carti music? That's a mystery. Never know. But that's a whole different conversation. So, hey, I'm pretty much good.
Yeah, same here. But with that being said, we got 1v1s coming up. Maybe a little sneak peek, maybe like Gunna versus Baby.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
Don Toliver versus Broadway.
I mean, shit.
Shoot, we might even do actors. Maybe Denzel versus Samuel. You feel me?
Hey, but all that and more to be tuned.
Yes, sir. Y'all stay tuned for our 100 subscriber special. We thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir. On the way.
But with that being said, I've been Jay.
This has been Rodney.
We're LATD. Remember, y'all look at the details. Peace.